Hey everyone, Bob Jablonsky here with Jablonsky Tax Relief. If you're worried that the IRS may levy your bank account, or if you found out that they already did, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to explain how IRS bank levies really work, how much they can take, and most importantly, what you can do to stop or prevent one. Here's what most people don't know. A bank levy doesn't happen out of nowhere. The IRS must send specific notices before they can take your money, but once they hit your bank account, your money is frozen immediately. But you still do have a chance to deal with it. So, what really is a bank levy? A bank levy is when the IRS legally orders your bank to freeze the funds in your account and then send that money to the IRS. This is one of the most powerful collection tools the IRS has. If you don't respond in time, the IRS can then take what's in your account up to the amount you owe. So, how much can they take? Well, they can take whatever is in the account they levy as of that day. The money in your savings account, the money in your checking account, any deposits made that day, money from online bank accounts. What they cannot take are future deposits after the levy hits unless they issue another levy. So they get the balance that day, but then it's cut off. If they want a future deposit, they have to levy you again. Okay. So what triggers a bank levy? Like I said, a levy doesn't come from nowhere. A bank levy usually only happens after you ignore several IRS notices. First, you get the CP-14. That's your notice for demand of payment. Then you typically get a CP-501, a CP-503, and a CP-504. And then, and only then, do you get the big one, the final notice of intent to levy, which also gives you collection due process rights. And that is typically on an LT11 or a letter 1058. And that final notice, well, that's the big one. Once the IRS sends it to you and 30 days pass, they can legally levy your bank account. So what happens when your bank account is levied? When the IRS levies your bank account, your bank freezes the money for 21 days. During those 21 days, you can't access those funds, and after 21 days, the money's sent to the IRS. That 21 day is your period is your window to act. If you do nothing, the money is gone. Well, there are ways once a levy hits that you can take action, but the easiest way to avoid a levy is to take action early before the levy hits the bank. Here's what you can do. You can set up an installment agreement. You can request currently not collectible status if you qualify. If they're asking you to file your missing returns, file your missing returns. You may be able to request a hold on collection before it gets to that point. And if the balance isn't correct, challenge those incorrect balances and send the IRS the proof that's needed. If you can't deal with it, you may want to get professional representation. But the key is taking action before the IRS issues the final notice. And that's almost always easier than dealing with it after the fact. But that doesn't mean that you can't deal with the bank levy after it's hit. Yes, bank levies can be released once they happen, but then speed is everything because you only have those 21 days. You may get the levy released if you contact the IRS and you enter into a payment plan. You prove you have financial hardship, so you qualify for CNC status. You file missing tax returns. The levy was issued in error and you prove it. Or a representative on your behalf calls the IRS and deals with the problem. Once the funds leave the bank and are sent to the IRS, it's usually too late. So acting within that 21 days freeze window is critical. So you can handle a levy yourself if you're qualified, if you understand the rules, and if you have the personality and the patience to deal with the IRS without it becoming a battle. When shouldn't you handle a levy yourself? You're going to have to finesse the situation and work with them to get what they need so they can help you. If you owe more than $25,000, if you haven't filed in years or already received that final notice, it's usually not something you can handle alone and have a successful outcome. So some of the things a tax resolution professional can help you with is they can stop those collection calls. They can talk to the IRS for you, demand your rights, but at the same time, not be aggressive towards the IRS and work with them to negotiate a resolution. and they often can negotiate the best relief possible. We do that all the time. And finally, protect your bank account from future levies. So if you're facing a bank levy or you're worried one might be coming, don't wait until the money is gone. At Jablonsky Tax Relief, we help taxpayers nationwide stop levies, negotiate with the IRS, and resolve tax debt once and for all. Use the link in the description to schedule a consultation or give us a call at 972-821-1991. Please like this video so others can watch it, subscribe for more IRS help, and tell me in the comments what IRS topic you'd like explained in the future. Thanks and have a great day, guys.